Well, good Friday evening, everybody. Sorry, I just sneezed right before the countdown hit 0. I still feel a little bit that tickles my throat. Or nose, not throat. I'm gonna drag over. Give me 1 second. Okay. So, let's go ahead and shift. So, here in a little while, we're going to try out what I want to try out trying out last night. Here in a little while, but first I want to show you radar. There we go. So let's just say maybe, because my Stream Deck light didn't light up for switching sources. Okay, so the county is in this purple flashing box. That is a Snow Squall warning. And it is moving southeast at 35 miles an hour. So which means Morgantown's where we get it now. Fairmont's probably going to get it next. After that, we head into the parts of NWS Pittsburgh, but then it's going to also start entering into Charleston territory. So, Philippi, we're keeping an eye on this snow squall headed for you. Now, what does this mean for us now? We are still seeing some snow flurries flying around, or snow showers flying around there outside right now, which we can mosey along and look at it here in a couple minutes. But for right now, that is the wrong information. Hold up. This is showcasing some wrong information. Yes, okay, so they updated at 5:37, so additional snow accumulations between 2 and 4 inches, which is what's probably going to come with that snow squall, because they're saying an additional 1 to 2 inches of snow overnight tonight, with a low of around 4 degrees, and then a low 1 tomorrow night in the city of Philippi. Well, actually a low of 2. And it's still a low of 4 tonight, so, you know. Okay. I say we will venture out, get a peek, going around the block, trying out the method thing I want to try out yet say about with this. See if it actually connects signal strength wise around the block, so I can still talk on this feed while still talking on the handheld, the old-fashioned live video. So it's going to take me a few minutes because I want to get this thing hooked up. Because chances are going to probably have to disconnect the audio mixer from this. So we'll catch base here in like 3-4 minutes once I get everything squared away here. So let me minimize this. Raise it. Ooh, Thundersnow's being picked up on the Preston and Montague County line. So we'll position the radar right here. Okay, so we are live, but this mic thing's not being picked up, so we'll have to forego that. Okay, well. We tried. Thought it would work. So we're going live outside now. Like I mentioned we were going to do. And it is... I don't know why the camera is picking it up. But it is still snowing a little... Still a good little bit here. In downtown Philippi. So let's... flip the camera. As you can see, these roads are treacherous here in the city of Philippi. Let me pull out that mic gadget thing again, see if it's... Yeah, the receiver has to be near it. Okay, so that's a fail. There's like a good bit of coating of snow here on these roads. Like, just look at how pure white the roads are here. As we continue our tour. And yeah, it's definitely snowing, but if you check out the live computer feed on our YouTube channel, you can see that we are about ready to get a clobbered with a good looking snow squall here in city limits. And yeah, I'm gonna have to venture out into the slushy roads. And they just came through, the DOH came through here and plowed not too long ago, and the roads are still looking like this. Pure trash. So if I were you, I would not try and venture out in this at all tonight. Especially things like we saw before. We came out here. We are aiming for the single digits overnight. Very, very low. Okay, we are back. We got 2 people watching. This road doesn't even look like it's been touched yet. This is Walnut Street. Neither ends of Walnut Street look like they've been touched. Right now. Which, if you ask me, is not a good thing. Yeah, we are... I don't think that road's been touched better than the city roads. But all these sidewalks are snow covered. Things are ready to get more snow covered, like what we saw not too long ago. But it's still snowing. I mean, it's not snowing too heavy at the moment. Not like what it's going to get here on radar in a little while, but we're not going to come back out in a snow squall. It keeps going for miles, but I'm not gonna go down that way. We're just gonna conclude it up here. I'm a little bummed that this gadget didn't work. Oh, well, now it's connecting. At least I thought it did. So we're sitting me right underneath the receiver. As you can see, it's still flashing. Oh, well, now we're connected. So for those of you who are joining us on our YouTube channel, I apologize that this thing did not work. I think I had hoped. So we are going to be venturing back to the studio to update things on. So in case you all didn't catch that, what we just said about, we're going to be venturing back upstairs to the weather center and conclude. I'll probably be on the online, on the computer version for a while as we track out that snow squall that's going to be hitting the heart of the region. So as we saw, it's snowing pretty good right now, and that these roads are horrendous even after being plowed. That's the story. That is the story of how things are going to go. And I don't know how well you can see that. Be smart, like what my family is doing. Sticking your wiper blades up in the air. And make sure you go out, clean out the roof of your car. Make sure this weather tips 101. Because it helps other people, and it helps you. Sorry, that's just me going on a little rant. That's my rant for now, your official Saturday. So it is definitely getting colder. Snow is still flying. So let's go back up stairs. I'll probably be on here for another couple minutes, just showcasing how horrendous. Now, keep in mind, a lot of the stuff that's underneath here is still from a couple weekends ago. Like, things did not fully melt from our previous systems. And I'm ready for what I'm calling the February thaw of 2026. Just because look at how horrendous it is out here. It's starting to snow a little heavier. I don't know how well the camera can pick this up. You can see it a little bit, especially. Oh, okay, now you can see it. Now that I zoomed it in a little bit. So it's starting to pick up a little bit heavier. Let me zoom in the camera in. Helped, and now, look at this. I got it zoomed in. I can't get it zoomed back out. Let's try this. Let's try and... Okay, there we go. That reset it. So yeah, if you don't have to go anywhere tonight, I wouldn't. Just stay inside. I mean, most people are starting to get ready for bed now anyway, so, because it's after midnight, which is probably a wise idea. Just because of how, and yes, I'm aware, I still have Christmas decorations hanging up outside here. And the reason for that is all those candy canes. The stakes are frozen in the ground. As soon as we can get those 50-degree weather, those 50-degree temperatures in here on Tuesday, I'm coming out here, tempting to get all that stuff taken out of here. Oh, it's starting to snow a little bit heavier. I don't know how well you can see that. It might be the early signs of that snow squall starting to come through here. So, we're going to head back upstairs to the weather lab, jump back on the computer here in a couple minutes, and break down that snow squall heading in. So, I'll see you back upstairs right now. Help, I switched sources. I'm discouraged. Like we saw, this thing failed. Thankfully, I'm going to be editing it out and using the walk-around clip that we gathered. I'm gonna pull up. I'm gonna move this over here because I want to check the oops. Trying to log in. Seriously? Why I can't pull up my Slack information for the National Stars chat? Well, if that doesn't go figure. But what we can do is load the WeatherEye. Let me pull up this live feed to see if y'all can hear me. So Pittsburgh dropped the Snow Squall Warning. So the question then becomes, will another one be issued? So Pittsburgh dropped the Snow Squall Warning. So the question then becomes, okay, yeah, so you can hear me. Cool. Let me sign into my Wise account quick. Pull up the WeatherEye feed. Playing picture mode. Move this to over here. Bring up this for a second. Then launch that and save it. Yay, it worked. Cool. So you guys can look at the WeatherEye for a minute while I try and figure out my Slack account information. I'll be right back. I'm actually going to try and move the weather camera around because to a different perspective. The keyword, if the WeatherEye camera isn't frozen. Because sometimes in low temperatures like this, and if stuff hits it, yay, I have range of motion of it, cool. Because this is where the things are start deteriorating. If we get any of this snow squall stuff. I don't think that's right. Huh. Well. Sign in. All this to pull up the National Service chat. Wow. I need to authenticate it again. Oh, that's my phone number. Okay. Launch in Slack. Okay, so my Slack channel has opened. Let's jump to the latest messages. Okay, so there has been nothing new in the Charleston chat for a while now. So it's like all Snow Squall Warnings have been able to be let go. But doesn't mean we're still not going to see some intense bursts of snow showers heading through the region. So I would not let your guard down for anything like that. So let's come back to the radar for a minute. I'm going to actually switch this to... Why are you showing as rain? That I do not understand. So the Pittsburgh radar does a better... Let's actually maybe try a composite. Okay, we'll just start with the composite. I don't understand that. But if we come back to the WeatherEye, you can actually see that we're looking at near almost whiteout conditions. Let me rotate the camera a little. Yeah, you can see it, how good the snow is looking like it's coming down. But if we come back to, if we look at radar, let me zoom the radar in a little bit towards Grafton. So, let's bring up drawing tool. This right here is that very subtle, quick burst of snow that is headed for a good chunk of the region, which is why we still have those winter storm warnings in place. If you're wondering if we haven't seen a whole lot of snow, then why is there still the winter storm warning in effect? These snow squalls are your reason. And behind this, I think behind these snow squalls, like as soon as a snow squall comes through, just like New Year's Eve/New Year's Day, when we did that one live video where we actually caught the snow squall barreling through Philippi right from the WeatherEye camera. We couldn't see anything from the WeatherEye camera after that for a good while. But oh goodness me. Sorry about that. But I know I was going with that. But behind that snow squall, temperatures dropped like a rock. I am going to see that happening with this because we're supposed to get into 4 degrees. I think it was 4 degrees. Let me check. Yeah, we're supposed to get into 4 degrees in Philippi overnight, with wind chill is as low as 11 below. Because we have these cold weather advisories in effect. So, right, let's go in effect here in a little while. And so, right behind that, right behind these snow squalls, is when I see the temperatures plummeting. Because I don't know how else we're going to go from 27 degrees to 4. So we'll be on here when it does. So just like usual, I'm going to be flipping back and forth. Like we'll go to the WeatherEye to the WeatherEye now and gotta look at the WeatherEye camera. So at this weather or live feed, we're just gonna be flip-flopping back and forth between stuff. While I catch up on while I do some odds and ends weather stuff over on this side. Not that was me trying to ignore you guys. It's just me checking out like our Facebook feeds, like monitoring the stream feed in case anyone has like any questions or anything. Okay, I was looking at our walking around tour video. Let me check on Facebook this feed. No questions, comments, or concerns on the Facebook page. So I'm gonna come check out the YouTube channel. View in live control room. And there are no questions, comments, or concerns on YouTube. So I'm going to flip it back to radar for right now. You know what? WeatherWise has some traffic cameras. So let's check out right at the West Virginia state border. So this is the Maryland Department of Transportation. You can see that there's I think that's a car. Is that a car? Must have been a car with its four ways on. I mean, which is a smart idea because if you look over here, they did just get smacked with a heavy burst of snow. Oh, here comes another car right here. So they have their four ways on too. Ah! I wish WeatherWise had traffic cameras for inside West Virginia. But they don't. And then we have our own. This is a look live outside of ours. Okay, so we're gonna come back to live radar for a moment. Winds are starting to pick up a little bit. Let's come back to the weather camera for a minute. Sorry, I'm looking for someone. That's what I heard drop earlier. I am seriously not finding what trying to find what I'm looking for. That's plumb wild. Okay. I guess maybe it's not meant to be shown. That's plumb wild. Okay. I think it knows I was going to go off on it. I muted the microphone by accident. My bad. Yeah, this is plumb wild. I can't find what I'm looking for. And it was sitting right next to me. At least I thought it was. That's alright. We can still go off on a rant about it. Because I can pull it up on the interwebs. You know what? Let's. I feel like this deserves my honest review here on our stream. Let me find it. Okay. Let me move this over here. So, This is the TOCOL for iPhone 15 case. Full camera protection, built-in magnetic ring, compatible with MagSafe, drop protection, translucent matte phone case for iPhone 15, 6.1-inch black, which is the size that this is. It is one of, and if not one of, the worst phone cases you could ever get for your iPhone. Because if you look here, it hardly slipped, right? Well, and it's in the reviews. Like, I'm trying to save you guys from making the same mistake that I did. Although this isn't the TOCOL, like I said, this is the Spigen Ultra Hybrid 01 Weight Edition, and I love this. Like, this baby hasn't even came off my phone. Like, I haven't even pried it off at once. Because it's not. I mean, it does that same issue the black one does on occasions, but it's not constant. Where did I... Like, seriously, I had it up here on the desk. That's just plumb wild. But anyway, so yeah. This thing was pure slippery. Like, my phone would slide right out of my hands. So I have the black one, because the packaging came damaged. Amazon did a returnless refund on it. But I had the green one. And so I had gotten the green one last spring. So approaching next month, a year ago, that I had gotten the green one, but returned it because as soon as I felt how slippery that thing was, I was like, there's no way on earth you can get me to carry that around on college campus. And so I was searching for the Case Coup Magic Sand light green. Well, they sent me Case Coup sent me a one that has been used for like photo shoots, but it was making these, like, you could feel movement, which I cannot stand when I feel movement on my phone cases, or making like two bulgy, creaky noises. And when it does that, it's just like, yeah, no thank you. So, but with Case Coup, to return and send that one back to them, it was going to cost me more. Like, I once hardly have seen a refund from that. So they did a return refund, and I just threw that one away at their request. So And then, Spigen, for one of my yellowed, non-ultra hybrid ones like this. They sent me the, black tough armor. And it started chipping. So then with graduation money, I had gotten the, Taurus. A Taurus one. Let me see if I can find that Taurus one. Let's search it together, shall we? Okay, yeah, right here. So I had then gotten this one. Didn't like it either. Amazon did a return this refund on it. So then I this one came later. But I did end up getting this one at one point. I mean, I no longer have it. But the one I had gotten before, the stand, the reason why I returned this one, because it also had movement somewhere. I forget where that one had its movement at. Like, honestly, now I forget where it had its movement. But either way, it was there. And, so, but anyway, so, fast forwarding. So I had, before this one that my cursor's on, right here, I had the, Taurus Magic's kickstand, one that I could where the stand could rotate. The stand didn't sit flush. So my fin would rock more than it would with the camera lip. The camera lip. Because either way, that no matter what, the phone rocks because of the camera bump. It's normal because the cameras stick out further than the, in most cases, like to protect the camera lens. Which I respect because they are a vital piece of the iPhone. So then fast forward with that, I report the chipping aspect of the black tough armor I had. And so they sent out a replacement. They send me the red. So we're going to come to the WeatherEye because it's starting to... So anyway, so they sent me the red replacement tough armor, which is actually this one right here. But so the reason why I'm not using that one is because A, it was too heavy, and B, I was applying for jobs, and I was like, I don't want to be carrying around a big, bulgy case around in my pocket. I mean, respect, right? So, a lot of the replacement cases I got from Spigen, they gave me options of either a replacement of the same version, which is the Ultra Hybrid, or the Mag Armor. So this time I was just like, you know what, I'm just going to go ahead and just order Mag Armor off Amazon. So, I love that thing. Until now, I hate saying it like this, because I don't know if it actually was this, but I was on vacation, dropped my phone maybe 2 times on carpet. Didn't think anything of it until all of a sudden I come home, sitting on my bed right back yonder, right over there. I was sitting on my bed. Look at my phone. See my screen protector. There is a crack on my screen protector. My instinct was because it was the tough armor. There was hardly any front lip protection like what this case provides. So I was like, that baby isn't going to be used. And so at that point, I had graduation money, which was then used to get this. Well, okay, back up first. First, I had gotten the green TOCOL one again. It came to me freaking used. Gross. Am I right? So, then I returned it and got this instead. This came. It was making an awful sound when I put my hand on the sides. Kind of like rubbery. Like it was not sticking right or adhering right or something. So I reset the speaking. They process a replacement of this. It's how I go through it at the same version. It does the same thing. So, for a while, I used this one. Come back to this one, because I solved the issue. So, fast forward to November. I switched to the replacement one because the design was starting to wear thin on this one. Not sure how well that's picking up. But the design was wearing thin, and there were scratches on it, so I was like, okay, let's just replace it with the replacement. Well, that one was making these very irritating, creaky sounds on the bottom 2 corners. I solved the side problem, but I could not, for the life of me, solve the bottom 2 corner creaky noises. So, but I deal with that for a while, but then I got some other cases in the... Oh, it just did it there. But it doesn't do it as often. I think it only does it when I put like a whole lot of pressure on my phone and it has to reset. Like reset itself. But anyway, we'll get to the white one in a minute. I tried the spec. I love the spec. But I needed extra money because I had tried buying a separate 01 black off Amazon. Same 2 issues. So I returned that one. Because I'm like, I don't need 3 of these. In fact, I'm not even using the black version anymore. Am I going to regret that probably later? Doubtful. As long as it doesn't replicate the same exact problem. I'm sure it does. I could probably report to speaking. But anyway, I'm just going to let it go. Because like I said, it doesn't do it as frequently. And it definitely feels stronger on my phone. Plus the white just looks so dope. But anyway, I'm rambling too much. So, I think in October when I got the TOCOL black, but hated that one. How slippery it was. So then, fast forward to a few weeks ago, I returned out to Spigen, and report the whole issues that the black version was causing me, and voila, that's how we are today with my white version, which looks so dope, if you ask me. And if you listen, it's silent. Am I right? So, that's where we stand with that. And yep, so anyways, we're listening live outside the WeatherEye camera now. We've been for a while. But as I was right, let me look at radar for a second. Let me switch back out of this. So the National Source is saying additional snow conditions up to 2 inches possible overnight tonight, with winds gusting as high as 55 miles an hour. Because they just reissued a new update to the winter storm warning information. It's like, okay, thank you, Charleston. Saying the camera is getting pelted, but anyways, as I was trying to say until my thinking was right. As soon as the snow did something happen to the. We'll check that. We'll check back with that in a second. Until I can check out what happened with the weather camera. Hopefully I didn't unplug the thing. Let me check this out over here. Weird. Okay. Let's try this. I'm getting the spinning wheel. So we lost access to the WeatherEye camera for a minute. Which is fine. We'll take a look at radar here for a second. I'll keep tabs on if I get access back to the WeatherEye. But you know what? Hopefully I do. Let me look down below me to make sure I didn't accidentally unplug the thing or something. That's probably a very easy thing to do. Let me just reach down below me here a second. Or I could have reset the thing. Yeah, it says web connection failed. Alright. Well, we'll do this. think it's updating its firmware because I didn't tell it to. There we go. Okay. Yeah, good thing I didn't unplug it because I don't know what it was doing. Because no lie, I almost unplugged the thing. So let's come back to the WeatherEye. Let me move this thing that way it doesn't try and freeze. Or should I say, in other words, start freezing. But I was right. Behind with this band of snow, that you actually can start seeing the winds pick up. But we are already at 26.8 degrees here in the city of Philippi. And you can see now we're starting to get some blowing snow because the gusts here in Philippi are up to 8.9 miles per hour. Though, since my weather station's at a very weird angle, it's probably higher than that. Look at that light. Temperature is still... That's cool. You can now... And this camera's been up there since 2013. Or 2023. Let me update some of my camera firmware. I'm actually going to update all the camera firmwares. So we may lose access to this camera for just a split second because I'm going to update all 12 of the camera firmwares. I can do that right from my phone. Because there's this new feature that I can automatically, from the app, change Okay, we now have a gust of 14.1 miles per hour here in my backyard. Ow. With a temperature of 26.4, and with that gust making it feel like 19.6. To that information, as you will. Okay, so the cold weather advisory, or the cold weather alerts for our area have now kicked in play. And my firmware updates are still ongoing. Which is no problemo. That's why the weather cam feed is not existent right now. I can hear the gust outside my window. Come on, update. I'm actually gonna peek outside. Oh goodness, golly gracious. Okay. Well, as soon as the weather camera feed comes back, I'll show you what I just said. Oh my goodness, golly gracious about. But it's still updating the firmware. Are we sure it's still updating? Let me see what my iPad. Okay, I have front porch camera. Motion detection, which means that camera's firmware is done. Let me try and hit reconnect with the weather camera's feed's coming back. Okay, it's there we go. Okay, we're back. Okay. Let me tap. Goodness, you can't see. I mean, it's not because stuff's on the camera lens. You just can't see out there because of how white it is out there. Let me tap into the audio. That's the wind coming from the WeatherEye. Give me 1 second. Okay, we're back. What's fascinating is it still says... Oh, okay. Yeah, what's super cool is I can change the Wi-Fi networks. That's cool. Yeah, we are at 25.6 degrees now here in the city of Philippi. Outside our home. So I don't know what it's like at your neck of the woods, but it's frigid here now. Bound to get even colder. I just plugged my fan in for right now. Feels like it's 19 degrees here. Let me check the National Weather observations quick. Yeah, actually, so it actually says the gust. So it says that it's 25 degrees with a gust of 37 miles per hour with a wind chill of 12. And that was updated at 12:53 a.m. I'm hearing weird noises. Flip, you know what? Hang on. Our outside trash cans better not be blowing around. Nope, it's still sitting there. It's not even rocking in the wind. It's right up against the corner of the house, which is my instinct that it's not even getting hit by it. That's a good thing. So I don't want to. I don't want to go back out there for it. It's cold out there. Do you know what? I guess if I had to, I would have to. Oh, there goes a plow. We can see it. Let's see if he's coming around the other side. He is. I feel so bad for him. Shout out to our road crews. Like a big kudos to them. The current conditions have not updated yet on the National Weather Services page. Oh, shoot. Come on. No, okay. I'm gonna set. And you guys are probably getting tired of sitting the weather iPad. This is fascinating. The moment I start seeing that trash can start even remotely moving, I'm going out there and getting it. Very weird noises are happening outside this window. Very weird noises. These are some very weird, strange noises. I feel like the system is affecting the internet connection away. Sorry, I was telling our dog to go to bed. So the intense snow squall's over with now. Which is a good thing, is man, that thing looked intense. But now that the snow squall came through, winds are picking up. Obviously. I'm gonna say something. Outages. View my outage on the map. West Virginia. I want to actually check out power outage reports. Montague County has 105 and Mineral has fewer than 20, which is 2. If Montague County has 105, Mineral has 2 out. That's easy enough to know. That's pretty much it in our area. So this isn't really causing power outages per se. Not to say that it can't. It's just that there's not very much evidence of it. Because with how late it is, especially being on a Saturday, most people are probably in bed right now. And probably aren't even noticing their power going out, unless if you're like me and can only sleep with the fan going. There's like background noise and air hitting you. See, I'm weird. I like to layer up in blankets. So I'm not too freezing. But I like to be a little bit on the cool side, even in winter. Hence the name why I have fans going. And on a personal note, why I always also go to bed without a t-shirt on. So, that's, yeah. But I'm not a person who goes out in shorts in like 30-some degree temperatures. Unless I'm just taking like the garbage out. And I'm in my pajama shorts. Not boxers, pajama shorts. Like for like a very split second type thing. And that's a whole different ballgame. There are some people I know who absolutely wear shorts in like single digit temperatures. Teens. Not to say that it's not the wrong way. You're just brave. Especially outside. In those temperatures, that's, to me, too cold. Man, last night I turned a weird way in bed, and I had the most excruciating pain in my right shoulder. It's like, I'm still feeling it right now. Especially like right up here. So you guys have any tips to solve that? That would be appreciative. So anyway, we're gonna have an edited version of this video, but I don't know if I'm gonna put it out tonight. I haven't thought quite that far ahead yet. I mean, I might have it out within an hour or two, or like within a few hours. After this ends, I'm gonna chill out for a little while. If it's not out today, it'll definitely be out tomorrow. And what I could do is I could post it and edit the timestamps and all that stuff tomorrow. Which, gee, goodness, how long have we been live for now? I have no idea. Let me come to YouTube. To our channel. For almost 2 hours now. So, I think we're at a place where we can now go ahead and just wrap this up. Because I'm not going to bore you guys sitting here. Waiting for us to drop into the single digits. That's probably going to be a little bit of time yet. So, with that said, we're going to go ahead and conclude our video here right now. This was fun. I enjoyed spending a little bit of time of the evening with you guys. So for now, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up here. You have a safe, fantastic rest of your evening and a wonderful Saturday. And we will try it again soon. Hopefully not real soon. And this will actually conclude our winter series, even though winter doesn't end until another 6 weeks. But I just titled this series that we were in called Winter because I didn't know what else to call it. If you know any new series titles, drop it in the comments below. And we'll probably use that for the next one. So anyway, you all have a safe, fantastic rest of your evening. And we will chat again soon. Like I said, hopefully not too soon. Have a good night.